We're assembling our latest classic model HD stand, new for 2019. Our latest HD stand gives you now the option of adding a ground level ATV V breaker accessory. In the kit, you get 16 screws, a wrench, and we have a triangle top plate and a square lower plate. It's really simple. The tab is at the top. Align your holes, get all your screws started. And we recommend getting all the screws started by hand. If you would like to use an impact, which I will, that's fine. Our new HD stand is even more rigid than the older stands. We added flanges. Your bottom orientation doesn't matter, it's a square. Again, line your holes. Your screws started by hand. You do not need any Loctite on these. There's a countersinks on the bottom. Make sure you face the countersinks out, or the screws will not be long enough. Will not sink flat. Quite simple. And that's it. Assembly of the 2019 HD Classic stand. Once your stand is assembled on your new Classic HD model, you're ready to assemble the rest of the changer. So we're going to start with the frame. You have 3 frame arms. You have a Y plate with a cup and a top plate. You're going to have included 12 of the 5/16 18 socket head screws, tool collar, 3 mounting bolts and washers that will attach the frame through the holes of the triangle corner. They'll have a slide arm. They'll have a pre-assembled back post assembly with the swivel tech head. It's going to come with a center post with a centric pin. And that's stepped to fit into different bearings, as well as this post can pass through an open hub wheel into the cup on the frame. You're going to get your demount bar sub-assembly, and we recommend pre-assembling the billet aluminum clevis collar onto the brake arm and breaker tee as well in an assembly. It'll make it easier to deal with. So you're going to always want to start your little screws by hand at first. It's just safer that way. That way you know you're not going to strip anything. They're very short. They're going through a really nice forged hole. The frame is going to self-align when you tighten the screws. So we'll go ahead and tighten one side. And there's weld nuts on the bottom, as well as a weld on the center cup, so you can identify this as the bottom of the frame. And be sure that the collar on the back of the frame is also facing down. And next we're going to put the top Y plate on, and it should align perfectly as well. So get those screws started. This is an extremely rigid frame assembly when these screws are tight. Okay. Now you're ready to attach the frame to the stand. You're going to want to orient this to where your decal is on your left frame arm, and your notch should be positioned between your two front frame arms there. Use the 3 half-13 by 1 inch bolts with washers. Get them started by hand, and then you can use a wrench or ratchet or an impact to finish those off. The set screws on the frame have been pre-assembled to make sure that you have all your parts and they fit perfectly. So make sure that your set screws are backed off out of your collar. Next, you're going to slide your overhead arm into the Tech aluminum T. The next part is going to be your tool collar. Tool collar has a weld on the bottom. Make sure that the weld is on the bottom. There's a hook for your mounting mount bar. Slide that all together. It's helpful to make sure those screws are back down a little bit. Next, you're going to slide your brake arm on. So if you're going to do this upside down, that's going to be your orientation. And last, your stock collar. So we want to have about 1/8 of an inch of free play between the clevis collar and the other two collars. So when you have that, tighten your set screws on the stock collar as well as the tool collar. Now we can slide this assembly into the frame. Three inches hanging out on this new Classic HD is the recommended base height for the base adjustment. If you need to break a bead taller than a 190, you may be raising this up. And you'll want to swivel your tool collar into its best position, which we recommend the hook on for the mounting mount bar to be facing forward to camera here. You really got to tighten that tool collar tight because it's going to take all the pressure of the bead breaker on some of those nasty beads. So tighten it really well. The set screws do a great job. And next is your center post, and then there's going to be your doggy cam blocks. So our cam block is generally situated over the right frame. And your two the auto blocks are going to be your rear as well as your left frame. You'll see a yellow dot here. That is your bead brake position. And you're braking the feet on the blocks. So you'll lay your wheel on top of the blocks. And then that's going to position that block directly underneath the scratch-proof bead breaker. It'll work very, very well. So check out all of our videos on how to change tires using our tools, and watch our next video on assembling and using a mounting knot bar.